Greetings and welcome to Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I'm your host, Jason. With me is Bill
Sabotage.
and Tim.
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Tim has been talking about Sabotage. I can't wait till we get to Sabotage. I can't wait till we get to Sabotage. And I'm thinking, well, the only thing you can trust is the first 5 fucking Black Sabbath records because, you know. But no,
Because they're unfuckwithable.
we are crossing over into new territory for myself. I looked at this track list. I didn't recognize any of this. I'm like, okay, this is New Sabbath. I looked at that album cover. I said, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. But last night, I put this bitch on. Holy shit.
Right?
Holy shit. Hole in the Sky. This may be my new favorite opening track in the fucking discography. This thing goes hard. It's angry. It fucking rips. Don't start too late. It's a 49-second instrumental. It's fine. It's kind of nice. You kind of need that 49 seconds after Hole in the Sky to just reset. Like, you kind of need that. Symptom of the Universe, I fucking loved it. You can hear all those 90 bands, Mudhoney, Melvins, Nirvana, just oozing Symptom of the Universe. Crazy good drum rolls. Megalomania, I suppose the album had to slow down at some point. Ozzy's droning. This is a 9-minute, 42-second song, so it just slows down a little bit. Ozzy's lyrics, just the repeating lines of solitude and pure pissiness, is just something you have to hear. At the 3-minute, 27 seconds mark, it starts to pick up in speed. Ozzy does some really cool fucking vocal melodies. I got nothing negative to say. This one is 9 minutes of goodness. That suck me! Fucking good shit. Thrill of it all. I was listening to the 2013 remaster, and this one sounded a little weird on the guitars. Not enough to like say it's bad, but like all as the riffs were all top notch. We talked about riffs a lot tonight. There's some riffs here. I love.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love the start stops before Ozzy comes in. I love the lines. Won't you help me, Mr. Jesus? Won't you tell me if you can? When you see this world we live in, do you still believe in man? That's some good shit. Superstar. That was a weird one.
Superstar.
It was cool, but it could have been shorter, I think. It was just basically flexing the fucking guitars and the riffs. Am I going insane, though? I was not a fan.
Oh,
Ozzy just started annoying me about halfway through the song. This would be my low point on the album. The Writ, really good lyrics. You can tell they are pissed. More cool start and stops. Ozzy sounds fantastic. A lot of tonal shifts. Goes into some Zeppelin at one point. It's a great fucking closer, but the closers they've had better closers. Like this is
Fairies wear boots.
Fairies Wear Boots is better, but it's not a bad song at all. And the hidden track Blowing a Jug, I couldn't find it. It wasn't on the version I've listened to, so.
Yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. I'll save my comments for it when it's my turn, but
Bill, what did you think of Sabotage?
Well, So we start with Hole in the Sky, which, albeit it is a Sabbath opening track, but it didn't hit the same spot for me as the other ones have
Oh,
up to this point.
I'm living free because the rents never do.
I disagree wholeheartedly, dude. That fucking song blew me away.
I mean, it's still a Black Sabbath opening track, so it's better than most bands' entire discographies.
It's better than a lot of
But
Sabbath fucking opening tracks.
but I don't know. I agree to disagree on that one.
Go back
Again,
and
is it a
listen to the
great
guitar
song?
riff, dude. Go
Yes.
back and listen to that guitar, man. Holy shit.
Oh,
And the lyrics.
Oh, they're so pissy. They're so pissed off on this album. I love it.
that's what
Yeah,
I say.
yeah.
I mean, I got that they were pissed off as I was going through it.
That
I
was
mean,
damn near punk rock. Like if you would have sped that up just a tit, that could have been a fucking punk song.
Well, and this would be the first one after punk rock comes out. Oh no, this nope, that'll be the next one. Okay. This was 75.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
still
still pre-punk.
It's close.
Did they create punk by accident?
No, because there's a
It's
Led
a pretty
Zeppelin.
punk rock song.
There's a Led Zeppelin song that predates this one that I would contribute.
And go back and watch our Who videos.
Yeah, yeah. The Who predate Led Zeppelin, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, besides that, I'd say Don't Start. I felt it was a nice, quick instrumental, which is kind of weird to say about Black Sabbath, but it was a nice, quick hitter. Liked it. Symptom of the Universe, I thought that Iommi was fucking insane on. Um, like potentially one of the best guitar songs up to this point almost. Uh, well, I mean, then we get to Megalomania, which I recognized that one actually as soon as that came up. I was wondering when that song was coming in this discography. And I mean it's Megalomania. I mean, where do you start? It's 9+ minutes of just metal greatness. Thrill of it all. You know, again, this was kind of my low point on the album. Like, and again, it's not that it was bad. It's just, well, something has to be the low point, right? And for me, it was this one. I don't know if it well, I was listening if I didn't think they were having as much fun on that one at this point or what it was. It just something felt a little bit off.
the production sounded off on that one to me. And I don't know if it was just the mix I was listening to on Spotify, but it makes me want to hear a vinyl copy of this. To
Well, and there's a couple factors on the production here. I can get into it now, or I can wait my turn.
wait your turn. Keep going,
Okay.
Bill.
Okay.
I mean, then we go into Superstar, which I thought was the highlight of the album, actually, and was absolutely like this one and Symptom were my two, like going back and forth. Which one do I like more? Am I going insane? I really like the vocals on this one. I felt that this was probably Ozzy's strongest vocal song on the album, maybe. And then we got to the Writ, which my exact note is I'm not sure about this one. It's a Sabbath closer, so you know it's great. But again, it just well, I'm looking at like comparing it to the ones we've heard up to this point. It's okay for a Sabbath closer. Again, better than most bands' entire discographies, but something has to go into some of these slotted bottom positions.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a great closer, but it's not Sabbath's best closer.
Oh.
But that opening, man, that could be one of their best opening tracks.
I mean, Black Sabbath, though.
Take Hole in the Sky over it. Might be a hot take. I don't know. But that fucking song got me hyped. All right, Tim, it's your turn. Unleash your Sabbath beast.
All hail the Sabbath vinyl.
I mean, for real. So yeah, this will be the last time I get to say this. There are three things in the world you can trust. You can always trust yourself. You can trust the first five Ramones albums, and you can trust the first five Black Sabbath albums. But if you go back to our Ramones videos, I made a little asterisk there and said, yeah, the universally accepted phrase is the first five Ramones albums, but I'm going to move it to six because Pleasant Dreams is nothing wrong with it, you know? Like it might not be your favorite, but you can't go wrong with it. And very much the same is true here for Sabbath. Like these first six Sabbath albums that are out, yeah, in a span of 5 years, like find me a metal genre that hasn't been created here.
Disney.
Somewhere in there, they've already created every genre of metal.
They
Um,
ain't created Mickey Mouse metal yet.
well, they do that on here, right? Am I going
Yeah,
insane?
that's pretty fucking Disney. Mickey Mouse. That's Mickey Mouse radio. Oh shit.
Um, yeah, I mean, Hole in the Sky, that riff. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Before I get into this track list here, so the reason they're so pissed off on this album is because this is the album that they were making when they discovered that they were being ripped off by their management company.
Yeah.
They were
Yep.
actually served the papers that led to the writ.
Yeah.
Um,
You can
and
hear
so
that
yeah,
all over it.
they're very angry. And then in combination with that, um, and then going into the production, this is also really the one where Tony really starts taking over the production. He starts really becoming the main driving force of the creativity and making sure things are getting done. And then we have to remember that this band wrote a song called Sweet Leaf and thanked cocaine in their album liner notes. So a lot of bad choices were made. That being said, I love this album. It's never the first album I grab when I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna listen to some Black Sabbath. Um, but it's damn near the top. Hole in the Sky is just such a mammoth song. That riff goes for days. The lyrics are amazing. I will say, and this is personal opinion, I could be wrong, but if you look at the entire recorded discography that Ozzy Osbourne has been a part of, this might be Ozzy's best sounding album ever. He sounds incredible
Yeah,
on here.
he does sound really fucking good on this record.
Yeah, like every song. Like Ozzy is top of his game here. Don't Start, yeah, Tony loves putting on those little instrumentals, and you're right. After Hole in the Sky, you need a little break.
You need it. You need it.
Symptom of the Universe. Uh, I mean, do they create thrash metal here? Is this the first thrash metal song? Very possibly. Uh, the guitar riff is incredible. The real highlight of that song though is Bill's drums. Like he is like it sounds like he's got eight arms. It's just incredible. And then yeah, Megalomania. Sure, the first half kind of slows it down a little bit, kind of gives a Sabbath Bloody Sabbath vibe going. It's a little creepy. And then it just kind of stops and you start hearing a cowbell. And then Tony Iommi plays a riff that rides out the last 5 minutes of this song and just gets crazier and crazier as those 5 minutes go. It possibly my favorite Tony Iommi riff. I love that thing. Every time it comes up, I'm just like, let's go. Um, and then going to side two, I'll throw out that the track listing you have here, which is the same one on my vinyl. I have a remastered copy. Um, but I have an original CD where this album actually closes with "Am I Going Insane?" So I always still feel that that's the album closer. Um, but I'll go with this track list. "Thrill of It All" and "Super Czar," I think, are both really underrated Sabbath songs. Those are, again, like they're not necessarily like an Iron Man or a Fairies Wear Boots, where it's like that's your first word impression. But every time I hear those songs, I'm like, yep, let's go. Um, and then, yeah, am I going insane? I think, yeah, it's kind of like we're trying to write a radio hit. That's okay. It's the 70s. That was still the thing to do. And for a radio song that they even include in the title, there's no other like mix of this that I know of. There's no album or anything. Um, man, it's super catchy. It's super weird. Lyrically, it fits very much in with like a Paranoid or a
Yeah.
Solitude.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And then, yeah, the writ is just dirty, nasty, mammoth. Like, I love this album, and I would absolutely include it in the lexicon of the first five Sabbath albums, which we're now going to say the first six Sabbath albums. Um, because yeah, this is there's no drop off here. Like, maybe in production a little bit, and with the management issues, and with Tony kind of taking over, and with everybody's substance abuse problems. You can point to this one where this is kind of the beginning of the end um, of Mach 1 with the original lineup, but I feel they deliver real hard on this album. Um, Lots of top song contenders. I don't know if I could pick a low point. Um, I because I love "Am I Going Insane?" Like it's catchy as shit. Like I'll sing along to that all day long.
That's the only one
Um,
that just didn't do it for me. I didn't like that one.
and it happens. Um, and then yeah, not to get too far into this artwork, but
They look so pissed, dude. They look so pissed. You can tell they're cashing that. They're just
and I
fucking.
do love. I don't know if you guys have seen the back image where it's the same mirror image, but it's like totally reversed, where like the image is actual like they're the mirror image. It's twisted, and yeah, you really got to wrap your mind around it. But we'll get into artwork,
Oh
in
yeah, we'll get
six
to
We
months
got
that.
a
or whatever when
whole
we get there.
episode devoted to that.
Yeah, in 6 months or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
we will talk about
Um,
all this beautiful artwork.
yeah, this album's dirty. It's angry. It's heavy. It's full of great riffs. It's one of Ozzy's best vocal performances, and we all know that Ozzy is a living legend. So, like right off the bat, you can't go wrong if he's given his best. Um, yeah, I endorse this album 1,000%.
I am very curious where you're gonna rank it though. up against those first 5 albums.
Oh shit, it's my turn to guess.
Oh, that sucks.
You know,
Yeah, you got the dot.
God, this might be just wild grasping at straws. I think Jason's gonna have this one at number 3.
I'm torn, though. I am torn. This might be my number 2. I mean, I love Volume 4, but
I
like,
mean, if it makes you feel better, I'm putting it above Volume 4. And I'll throw
well,
out, I'm gonna guess that Tim's gonna put it at number. I think Tim's gonna put this guy at number 2.
That's going to be wrong for me.
Okay. Too high?
Too high. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna say it's all the way down to number 4 then.
Number 4 is going to be correct. Yeah.
Okay. Does that
I
make you
too
feel
am going to
better,
put it
Jason?
slightly above volume 4.
I'm struggling. Like, the A side of Sabotage is it rivals Paranoid for like an A side of a record.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going up against War Pigs and Iron Man.
That B side, though, if it wasn't for that radio song, that's where I'm struggling. Do I like the A side more? I mean, I definitely like the A side more than Volume 4.
For what's worth, it's going at number 5 for me if you want to pencil that in while you think.
That's too low. I ain't even paying attention to you.
Sweet leaf. But anyways.
Fucking hole in the sky, though. I'm gonna put
Symptom
it.
of the universe.
I'm gonna put it 3 for now. I need to listen to it a few more times, but like that was one that I stuck in, and Hole in the Sky started, and I was locked in. I was like, holy shit. That didn't happen with Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. I mean, it did, but not to the extent of Sabotage. Like, Sabotage, I think, is better.
Thus proving the point that you could trust 3 things in this world: yourself, the first 6 Ramones albums, and the first 6 Black Sabbath albums.
Yeah, but what's the 7th Ramones album?
Was that Subterranean?
I think that was Subterranean. Yeah, that's kind of where the drop off begins. It's still
That's,
good.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, there's no.
And
All
next
right.
here, we'll have Technical Ecstasy, which I can't wait to see what you guys have to say about that.
Oof, I got a lot to say about that album art.
This is the first one I'm looking at it. I don't recognize any of these songs now.
Sure.
Well,
Usually
Yeah.
there was at least, let's say, even on Sabotage, I had a wide Megalomania, but now it's like, yeah, I have no idea what any of these songs are.
that's where it
But
gets interesting. This is like the Green Day's Warning, where nobody remembers any fucking song from it. Or the
And
trilogy.
yet you're
where
going to find some stuff.
you're going to find some stuff. That'll be good. That'll be good. Stick around for that. We are all over the
Ozzy in a
place.
kimono. Come on. And Bill in his wife's tights.
Will anything break the first 6 records? That's where. Because if that's all you can trust, what happens from here?
Well, spoiler alert. Yes, they have more albums that'll break this.
We shall see. We shall see. Stick around every Sunday, hopefully, when we can get these videos out. We're going to get a new Sabbath record out and video out. We'll be going through all of them, even including Heaven and Hell. We're a playlisting channel. Hit the playlist link down below to watch all these in a row. Check out our main channel stuff. We're covering other discographies. This is such a huge discography. We get to them when we get to them. So, yeah. Up next, Technical Ecstasy. That'll be fun. Be safe. And what, Bill?
Trust the first 6 Black Sabbath albums.
And then you go a little woo, and then a little whoop, 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 and then it's all, and then you're ready to go again.